Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the PASSHE West virtual session for the Children's Home of Pittsburgh and Lemieux Family Center. Today, we have with us Nicole Wallach. Nicole, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thanks for having me.
I'm very excited to speak with you and to learn more about you and your organization. So, Nicole, tell us a little bit about yourself and your role within your organization.
Yeah, so I've been at the Children's Home since August of 2019. I started there as the HR manager, and I oversee all employee relations, recruitment efforts. I assist our benefits and compliance manager with any benefits related situations, any compliance situations. But my main responsibility is, employee issues that we have going on, any performance issues. I do oversee all performance aspects of it as well. And then I do attend job fairs each semester in regards to interviewing for positions that we have open as well.
Great, thank you so much. So tell us a little bit about the Children's Home of Pittsburgh and Lemieux Family Center.
Yeah. Absolutely. So we have 3 different programs. We are located on Penn Avenue in Pittsburgh. And like I said, we have 3 different programs. So we have our Pediatric Specialty Hospital, which is a transitional hospital where we take any kids from birth to 21 who are maybe ready to leave the actual hospital, but they're not ready to go home. So we are that transition where we have nurses, PCTs in our hospital setting, and we actually educate the families on what to do with their child prior to taking them home. We have 4 units, 30 beds. No unit is based on diagnosis. It's actually based on acuity. And then we have Child's Way, which is a daycare for medically fragile children. We're open Monday through Friday in that daycare. And again, we take anywhere from birth to 21. In that program, we have teachers who actually educate the kids based on their development. We have nurses and we have PCTs, and they all work hand in hand together. It's not really an independent effort. Everyone works as a team in that program. And then our last program, which is our the program that started the Children's Home, is our adoption program. So we have social workers in our adoption program who actually work with families on adopting or fostering a child.
Great, thank you. So many wonderful services that your organization provides. So what do you find that employees and interns like best about your organization?
Yeah, so what we find the most is that, we are very unique in our own way, where we, take care of a very unique population in the Pittsburgh area. And, we might get kids from different surrounding areas as well. And then on the other end of that, we find that it is a very family-oriented atmosphere. Everyone knows each other, which is very nice. It's not like a large corporation where you're not sure of who this person is or who another person is in a different department. So you really know everyone, and everyone really gets to know each other. And in addition to that, we do a lot of employee events throughout the year, which, gives a lot of engagement for our employees.
That's fantastic and really important to have that culture
Absolutely.
within an organization. So what do you think makes your organization, in your opinion, unique from other organizations or places that might provide similar services?
I think ours is unique just because of our, the 3 programs we do have and the population we do serve. In regards to Child's Way, for instance, we actually had it where we took anywhere from birth to 18 years of age, but we actually had a child who was about to turn 19, and he would not be able to return back to Child's Way once he hit the 19-year mark. So our CEO actually worked to increase our age to 21. That way that child could still attend.
That's fantastic. And if you're thinking about like your organization and what you know about your organization, what is something that most people don't know about your organization or what you do, or something they might even be surprised to learn?
Yeah, I would say that our what started the children's home was the adoption program. And from that, we realized, and our CEO realized, that we have a lot of opportunity for the Pittsburgh area. So that's where, Child's Way came in and the Pediatric Specialty Hospital, because you do have those kids possibly at Children's Hospital, UPMC, or McGee that, are ready to go to not home, but they need some extra loving care. So we take them, educate the families, really help them before they do go home. That way they're not, not sure of what to do with their child.
Mm-hmm. And that's fantastic and so important and integral for both the child and the family. So you talked a little earlier about the different programs, the 3 different programs that you have, and you mentioned some of the jobs within those programs. Mm-hmm. So can you tell us what opportunities might be available for alumni, soon to be alumni, current students who might be looking for internships?
Yeah, absolutely. So right now we are always looking for nurses in our Pediatric Specialty Hospital. So that is a position we are always searching for. Patient care technicians, which, assist the nurse in the hospital or in Child's Way. We are and will be looking for a community engagement and marketing manager for our marketing department. And they do a lot of referrals to the outside hospitals. They do a lot of information on our website, media postings. So anything you really see on like Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, that comes from this position. So we are looking and we'll be posting that position in the next week or so. We have marketing internships. We have a marketing and development internship. And then in the fall and spring, we have a grant writing internship as well for our marketing department. And then from time to time in Child's Way, we do hire for teachers to educate the kids while, the nurses and PCTs are in the room as well. We have a billing specialist position open in our finance department. So that's something that we have posted at this time. And in addition to that, we have, we sometimes hire, nurse practitioners, mm-hmm. Social workers for our adoption, but all of our open positions right now are listed on our website.
Great, thank you so much. So there are a lot of fantastic, opportunities within your organization, and you talked a little bit about, internships. Mm-hmm. Are there any opportunities for remote internships with your organization?
At this time, no, but we do look if there are, some interests based on internships in our adoption program. We are more than happy to look at that resume, talk to that individual based on remote internships, if that's something that they may be interested in. At this time, that's not something that we really thought of, but that's always something we will think of down the road.
Great, thank you so much. So you talked a lot, you've talked about the 3 programs. So, and hearing you talk about the different positions and working with children and families, definitely specific skill sets are needed mm-hmm. To work with those, individuals and populations, as they face maybe some challenges. So tell us, what you're looking for in a candidate as far as, maybe like personality type, skill set, somebody who would be a good fit and would thrive with your organization.
Yeah, we're really looking for someone, for example, the community engagement position. We are looking for someone that's very driven, a go-getter, outgoing to the fact that they are not afraid to, reach out to those hospitals outside of, our specific facility, that we can get referrals. We're looking for skills based on, the knowledge and the experience that they have as a nurse or as a billing specialist. So we are just looking for the experience for those positions mainly.
Okay, thank you so much. So when talking about candidates, what is something that you look for on a candidate's resume, and what would be some advice that you would have for a potential candidate submitting a resume or cover letter?
Yeah. So in my opinion, I always look for details of the responsibilities that they've done at that specific position. I like to see, listed out the position that they held and where the specific place was. I sometimes see, candidates only put the title of their position, the company. So it's kind of hard to really figure out that. And then you have to play, the game of phone tag to figure out and get that information. So I like to have that outlined out on the resume. I like to see tenure of the specific place that they were, so not a lot of job hopping. In regards to that, I always say to have your resume at least to one page, a page and a half. That way, the hiring manager or the HR manager is not going through the entire resume trying to find out the details of what the candidate skills are and knowledges of the position. So just making it, the format clean, the details of the responsibilities that they've held, in that role, and just making sure that it's not too long to the point that the hiring manager does not want to go through it.
Sure, thank you. Anything that you would like to see or maybe don't want to see in a cover letter?
I would not like to see, just please hire me for this position. I want to see, why we should be hiring them for the position, the skills that they can offer to us in regards to that position. And sometimes I do see, and going back to the resume, sometimes candidates copy and paste responsibilities for each of the positions that they've held. So to me, that seems that they're just copying and pasting something. And I do see that in cover letters as well from their resume. So it's always nice to really put it in your own words as to why we should be hiring you for the position.
Good. Thank you so much for that information, which is so important. So then kind of continuing with that, what is some advice that you have as far as do's and don'ts in an interview?
Yeah. So do's would be making sure you dress for success, because you don't want to come in t-shirt, jeans, your hair is a mess, you just woke up from bed. You want to make sure that you are dressing for success. I always like to see candidates come prepared by researching the organization that they're interviewing with, and whether that's knowing our 3 programs, knowing one program and giving us some detail about that. I always like to see them bringing in resumes and handing it to each hiring manager in the room. So those are things I really like to see, but again, not, coming in with your hair a mess, not really prepared for the interview. And it's nice to see candidates really elaborate on the questions that we're asking them and just not giving a yes or no answer.
Good. Thank you so much. Yeah. You need a lot of information to make a determination.
Yeah.
So
absolutely.
Elaborating definitely helps you make that decision. So
yeah, and it sometimes doesn't help when you might just get that yes or no answer because you really don't know what skills they can provide for the position. So elaborating, providing examples really helps, myself and the hiring manager for the position understand what their skills are and what they've done in their prior positions.
Good. So you mentioned that there are opportunities for full-time employment, internships. So what is the best way to connect with you or with your organization?
Yeah, so we do have our website. There's our contact information is on there. The best way to get a hold of me is via email, and I could provide my email at the end of this session as well. But that's the easiest way to get a hold of me, and I'm more than happy to, reach out, connect via phone, schedule something if someone is interested in, learning more about the children's home.
Thank you so much. As we close our time here together at the end of the session, what is one piece of information that you would like to leave with students?
I would like to leave that, again, dress for success, really show off that you are the right candidate for the position if you are interviewing. It's never too early to start networking. Even if you're a freshman in college, go to those career fairs because that will prepare you for, senior year, and, then starting to network and really find the position and company you want to work for. So in my experience, when I attended college, I started, going to those job fairs freshman year just to see what was out there, just to, prepare myself for what I would be interested in doing come graduation.
Good. Thank you so much. That networking, as you mentioned, is so important, especially
Very
even
important.
Starting as a freshman.
Absolutely. It's very important.
Yeah. So there's different ways to network. Please attend to job fairs, networking events, informational sessions such as this. Are you on LinkedIn? If they are on
I'm
LinkedIn.
on LinkedIn.
Okay.
Absolutely. Follow us on LinkedIn. You can follow me on LinkedIn. We have great information that we post on LinkedIn. We also have a great Facebook page where we post even more information.
Okay.
So follow us on Facebook as well.
Good. Thank you. So see, there's a lot of ways to connect and network.
Twitter, Instagram, we have it all.
So you have it all. That's great. So there's a lot of ways to connect with Nicole and the Children's Home of Pittsburgh and Lemieux Family Center. At this time, I will ask if there are any questions. Emma, are there any questions?
We do not have any questions in the chat.
Thank you so much. So this concludes our session for today. Nicole, I'd like to thank you so much for joining us, providing really fantastic information about your organization, the positions that you have available, but more importantly, too, the services that you provide that are much needed. So thank you so much. Thank you for viewing this session today. Stay well.
Thank you. I appreciate your time.
And Nicole, could you please confirm your email address for us?
Oh, yes.
Oh, yes, thank you.
It's N as in my first name, Nicole, and then my last name, Wallach, WALACH, and that's at chomepgh.org.
Perfect. Thank you so much for that reminder, Emma, and thank you for giving us your email address, Nicole.
Sure.
So thank you so much and have a good day.